Inspiration is for amateurs. The rest of us just show up and work. You've read 47 self-help books. You've listened to 200 podcast episodes. You've repeated affirmations until your throat hurt. And you're still stuck. Not because you're lazy, not because you lack ambition, because you've been lied to. There's a secret buried inside a blood-red leather manuscript that Carl Jung locked in a Swiss bank vault for 50 years. A secret so dangerous, so counterintuitive, that Jung himself was terrified to publish it. When it finally saw the light in 2009, those who understood it never looked back. By the end of this article, you'll understand why your attempts to change fail and how to make transformation inevitable, without willpower, without toxic positivity, and without pretending to be someone you're not. But first, let me tell you about the night the ground collapsed beneath Jung's feet. Imagine this. Year 1913. Carl Jung is 38 years old. He's the crown prince of psychoanalysis, the chosen successor of Sigmund Freud himself. He has a beautiful home on Lake Zurich, a thriving practice, a loving family. By every external metric, he has arrived. Then he looks into the abyss. Jung sees something Freud refuses to see. That the human psyche isn't just a machine of repressed childhood traumas and sexual drives. There's something deeper, something older, something terrifying and holy at the same time. The break is brutal. Freud calls Jung a mystic, a heretic. Colleagues distance themselves. Patients disappear. Jung's academic identity shatters like glass. And here's the part most self-help gurus won't tell you. Jung let it shatter. Instead of reaching for another productivity hack, another morning routine, another vision board, he did the unthinkable. He resigned his position, stopped seeing patients, withdrew from social life. He sat alone by the lake, watching gray water, waiting. His wife Emma was terrified. His friends whispered about madness. Jung himself wondered, am I losing my mind? Then the visions came. He dreamed of Europe drowning in a flood of blood. 2 years before World War I, he saw serpents wrapped around golden thrones. He found himself trapped in dark caves surrounded by laughing demons. He began writing everything down in what he called his black books, recording conversations with beings that seemed impossibly real. Here's your first paradigm shift. Collapse is not the end of your journey. It is the journey. The self-improvement industry sells you avoidance. Bounce back. Stay positive. Overcome. Jung says, stop running. Turn around. Walk into the abyss. Why? Because your shadow, everything you've repressed, denied, and hated about yourself, has been gathering power in the dark. And it will keep sabotaging you until you face it. You want to change your behavior? First, you must descend. One night, deep in his descent, Jung met a woman. Not just any woman, Salome, the biblical seductress who danced for Herod and demanded the head of John the Baptist. In Western culture, she's the archetype of dangerous femininity, of desire leading to destruction. But Jung's Salome was different. She was blind, not helpless, seeing differently. She couldn't see with her eyes, but she saw through the soul. And she said to Jung, in a voice both soft and terrifying, I love you. Jung froze. What was she doing here? Why love? Then he understood. Salome was his anima, the repressed feminine inner life he'd buried under decades of rational, scientific, masculine identity. She was his creativity, his emotion, his intuition, his chaos, everything his professional persona had rejected. She was also the face of his shadow, Every man who's ever suppressed his feelings knows her. Every woman who's buried her ambition knows her masculine counterpart. Every human being who said, "I'm not angry," while fuming inside, has met this figure. Write down 3 traits you despise in others. Now turn the mirror. Where do you exhibit these traits? If you hate arrogance, where are you arrogant? If you can't stand laziness, where are you avoiding action? This isn't about shame, it's about integration. Your shadow isn't your enemy. It's your most powerful ally once you stop fighting it. After Salome came an even stranger figure. One afternoon, Jung was sitting in his garden when he saw an old man with white hair, blue robes, and the wings of a kingfisher. The man's eyes were calm, ancient, and absolutely unafraid. He said, "My name is Philemon." Philemon became Jung's spiritual teacher for years. He spoke in paradoxes. He laughed at Jung's intellectual pretensions. And one day, he dropped a sentence that rewired Jung's brain. "You think your thoughts belong to you. They don't. Thoughts come from the soul." What does this mean for your self-development? It means that the endless search for the right technique, the perfect habit, the optimal routine, it's mostly noise. Your conscious mind isn't the creator, it's the receiver. Abraxas is the truth that transcends God and the devil. When you try to kill your negative side, your fear, your anger, your doubt, you drive it underground. Instead, acknowledge without judgment. Jung found that the hero must die for the real self to live. You don't need to become better. You need to become real. Framework 1. The 10-minute shadow dialogue. Ask your shadow why it makes you procrastinate and listen to the answer. Framework 2. The dream log trigger. Ask what you suppressed today before sleep. Framework 3. The 24-hour identity fast. Drop every label you carry for one day. Your 24-hour challenge. Tonight, sit in silence for 10 minutes and ask, what have I been running from? Then, tomorrow, take one small action your inner Philemon has been whispering. You are not here to become a perfect person. You are here to become a real one. The Red Book isn't a manual, it's a mirror. Go look into yours. Now stop reading. Go descend.